Good morning, good people. So it's a busy day today. I thought I was gonna be able to give y'all some good time. I'm gonna do the best I can because I gotta get out of here. Excuse how I'm looking. Listen, y'all, I have literally been working on merch all night, all morning, so my sleep has been very deprived, but that's okay. It's going to pay off in the long run. So anyway, I had a dream last night. And the only part that I remember is seeing a bride on the billboard, and it said, engage your engagement. And what brought me to even have this conversation started yesterday. So I was talking to one of my homegirls, and she was talking about, we were talking about marriage. And she said, Regan, I know you want to be married, and whenever the time comes, but the only problem that I see that you may have is because you've been single and independent so long. So even in your marriage, like, you were independent, and not independent in the sense that he took care, like he took very good care of us, like financially we had everything we needed and most of what we wanted, but it was like I did everything, like mentally I was like the brain, I was the head in that sense. Like nothing moved really unless I moved. Like I had to do the thinking and the do, you know what I'm saying? So all the telling and the doing, like that was me, and it was a lot to do. And I know in my next relationship I don't want to do that. Like I need him to be independent of me in the sense that he knows how to function without me. I'm just a cherry on top and vice versa, right? And so that made me think I need to talk to the ladies about things that we need to change before we start getting in these relationships. And one of the things we definitely need to have is accountability. I know men talk about us not having accountability, and that's one of the things that I try to keep on the forefront of my mind, the things that I do wrong before I even look at somebody else. And that's one of the things that I'm talking to my daughter about right now. We have got to have accountability, period, in life, but especially if you're dating and wanting to be married, or even if you're married, like, take accountability. I know one of the things that kind of make me upset, and I have to look at it in my own life. So side note, anything that I talk to you guys about, which I say this all the time, this is stuff that I've gone through or going through. So I'm not going to talk to you about anything I don't know nothing about. Okay, that's just me, period. So one of the things that I don't like about accountability with some women that I have spoken to and have seen is that they say, ain't no good men out here. There's pee in the dating pool. That, first of all, you talking wrong. That's number one, because you will have what you say. Now, whoever believes in the universe or whatever, the word of God says you will have what you say. And we are made in God's image. And so when he speaks and we're made in his image, you know how the world was formed, right? This is only if you believe this. The world was formed with the word of God. Let there be light, right? He formed it with his words. So what do you think when you speak things out of your mouth? What are you forming? If you want to be married or you want to date, if you are saying there's pee in the pool, dating is dead, nobody wants me, ain't no men, I'm talking to women today, ain't no men out here, but it can go for men as well. Ain't no women out here, you will have what you say. So for what I say is, oh, my husband is coming to me. My kingdom spouse is coming to me. He fine. He has everything I need and I want. An abundance of whatever I need and what I want. He is a wonderful fit for me. He is locating me right now. I speak positive. I don't speak lack in that area. But you will have what you say. That's number one. Number two, you have to take responsibility for the men that you have chosen in the past. So, side note, if you've been in, or not side note, example, if you have been in a situationship for a very long time with poor treatment, and then you decide, or a guy comes and he meets you and you like him, but you are skeptical to deal with him because you think all men are the same based off of the guy that you were in the situationship with. Well, that's not fair to the other guy because you chose to continue in the situationship. It's not that all men are bad. It's because you chose wrong. You knew he didn't want a relationship, or you knew he was with somebody else, or you knew he was emotionally unavailable, but you continue to deal with him. You continue to sleep with him, thinking things were going to change. And here we are 4 or 5 years later. Same thing. All we still have is just a wet tail. But you holding yourself up from the next. And then when the next comes, you may tend to even self-sabotage it because he does not remind you of this other dude you was dealing with that would not give you a commitment. That all he would give you is your leftovers. All he would give you is crumbs. But when you come over here, it's pee in the dating pool. But there was no accountability on your part. Been there, done that. I can talk about it. And then you self-sabotage the other people that come. We can't do that. So decide what kind of wife you want to be. Decide what kind of wife you want to be. There are some things you're going to have to change about yourself. I suggest you also get male friends that are about something and listen to them. Get male friends and listen to them. Don't always, when they say something to you, always want to counteract with a response. Listen to hear and take it in and say, how can I change that? Men want good treatment. Men want you to speak into their lives. Let me tell you something. I know y'all keep saying, I wish she was divorced. Let me be very clear when I say this. My husband didn't want the divorce. I'm not going to say it wasn't my fault. I mean, I had fault in it. But it wasn't because of poor treatment. Because when I figured out what I needed to do and how I needed to serve him and do those things, it still didn't work because he had some work that he needed to do. And really, overall, we just were not a good match. We just weren't a good match. What I know about men is that they need to be respected. They want to be spoken into. They need to be encouraged. But you have some women like, well, what they gonna do for me? When you go in, and this is if you choose the right person, or if they've come to you and this is the right person, when you pour into them, naturally they're going to pour back into you. So you don't have to go in any situationship saying, or any situation or any relationship saying, what can I get? What can I get? Because naturally you're already going to see those attributes. And then with conversation, you're going to see what they are able to add to you. Right? Yes. But we need to take accountability for how we treat ourselves, how we respect ourselves, and how we will respect that man. What can we pour into him? The word says, given it shall be given back unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That's in relationships too. Know what you can give instead of always receiving, and make better choices. Accountability will cover all of this though. I'm going to be honest. When we look at ourselves first and also talk to men, like I can talk to you about, what a man wants and all this stuff because I have a lot of conversations with men. I love to pick a man's brain. I love to. Because who can tell you more about a man than a man, and how they feel and their emotions, and you can get other sides of how they think and how they feel. Another woman can't tell you that. So you should definitely have a man in your corner that's about something that can talk to you about relationships and the feelings and the thoughts of a man. Right? And accountability for what we have done in the past. We have messed our own self up. Women, when it comes to relationships, we have messed our own self up. And I can attest to this. I've dealt with somebody who I know I ain't have no business. No, but listen, I thought that's what I needed at the time, right? It felt great. It was wonderful. But it could potentially if I let it, put a wrench in my next relationship because I'm trying to compare the next, when this person, like, let me slow down. We try to compare what we had before with the next person when really it shouldn't be a comparison at all. Because this last person did not give us what we needed nor what we wanted. Well, side note, they might have gave us what we wanted, but it wasn't what we needed for long term. And so we continue to try to compare the two things and the two people, and we shouldn't. And we end up sabotaging because we say, oh, well, he ain't like him. He don't need to be. And we need to also look at what we need, not always what we want, because our type can get us in trouble. So I'm going to get out y'all's way because I got to go. I've been on here too long as it is. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Take accountability for yourself and these people that you've been dealing with. Get you some male friends, that ones that ain't trying to sleep with you. You gotta be careful with that. The ones that ain't trying to sleep with you, right? That will be willing to talk to you about the man's feelings and their emotions and what they need in women. And we have to be willing to fix ourselves from the inside out too. It starts with us first. So you guys have a blessed day. Don't forget to sign up for my course next month. We're going to be talking about working on ourselves as wives, becoming those wives, because even Esther had a year of preparation. You guys be blessed to have a wonderful weekend. This is your girl, Regan Adams, with All Things Regan. And Regan says, I think it, I see it, I do it. You guys have a good one. Bye.